Hi, my name's Abby Monaco, and I'm gonna be doing your intake interview today. So the reason for doing this is just to learn basic information, learn about your history, learn about why you're coming in.
Mhm.
And I just want to let you know that we have like 20 to 30 minutes, depending on how much you want to tell me. So you just know the time frame of how much time you have. And I would like to tell you that everything you tell me is confidential, and so you don't have to worry about anyone, hearing. The only time someone else might hear is if I'm not going to be your therapist and you have a different therapist, then I will share my notes with her, and that's the only person that will ever know. The one thing that I am reported to, well, I'm supposed to report, is if you tell me anything that is going to harm yourself or harm others, anything about a child or an elderly person, I need to tell someone, just so you're aware of that.
Okay.
Okay? So the first thing I just want to ask is what brought you in today?
So I haven't been feeling myself lately. I think a lot of that has to do with my brother, but basically I'm depressed. I'm not as happy as I normally am, and I hate the way I'm feeling.
Okay. What does your brother have to do with it?
So my brother is actually a drug addict, and he was clean this summer. Um, well, we thought he was clean this summer, and I worked with him um, for the entire summer, and we got really close because in the past I hadn't spoken to him because it was just he's kind of brought my family down and torn a lot of my family apart.
Yeah.
And so we got really close, and then I found out at the end of the summer that he was using the whole time. So that was just really hard for me.
Wow. So, you felt like you were being betrayed.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow, okay. Okay. So, I just want to get basic information out of you, and then we'll talk more about, the actual problem.
Okay.
I would like to just talk about your family upbringing. So, let's just start with your childhood.
Okay.
How was that for you?
It was okay. I have two sisters and a brother. I have a younger sister who is 12. My older sister actually goes to school here too. She's a senior. She's 23. And then my brother is older. He's 27.
Okay, so your brother is 27.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And everything kind of revolved around my brother when we were younger. He was kind of the favorite child. He was supposed to go play hockey in another country and go pro. He was really good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, so everything was based around him. So
Yeah.
were you and your sisters kind of on the back burner, sort of?
A little bit. I think
Yeah.
I felt it the most because, my younger sister, she was obviously the center of attention when she was born, but that took a while for her to come. And then my other sister, it was just not her personality. She didn't really care.
Yeah.
So I feel like it affected me more than anyone else.
Yeah.
And my parents definitely showed favoritism toward my brother.
Definitely. Okay.
So it was just hard to deal with because I felt like I always had to compete.
So speaking of your parents, are they together? They've been together?
Yes, they're together right now.
Yep.
They always say that the only reason that they're still together is because of my younger sister.
Okay.
So the drugs have really taken a toll on my family.
On them, definitely.
Yeah.
I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to talk about any developmental events that throughout your childhood. I assume, the main, the hardest thing for you was your brother and
Mm-hmm.
dealing with that. Has anything just with you specifically happened?
Not really that I can think of, but more with my brother. He tore something in his knee and was on pain meds after surgery, and that's how it started. So he was in high school, so that's when really things started to turn for me.
Definitely. Okay. So let's just talk about your friends growing up. Did you have good support systems throughout, everything you were dealing with?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've always had a couple of closer friends, but I feel like especially in high school, like I knew a lot of people, talked to a lot of people. I mean, my main friends were like my sport,
Okay.
my teammates, because I played a lot of sports. But yeah, I feel like it was good. I had
Okay.
a good support system.
Okay. So your interest, you like sports. What type of sports?
Yep. Mainly soccer.
Okay.
I played soccer in high school, and I still play it here at Emmanuel.
Okay.
And I played a little bit of softball growing up, and I quit before high school.
So soccer was your main focus.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. So you still play here?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And what year are you at Emmanuel?
I'm a junior.
Junior. So I'm assuming you will still play in your senior year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So more social, I just want to ask you about your dating. Any relationships in high school? Are you dating right now?
Yeah. I had a few like not so significant relationships in high school, but then I dated this guy for 2 years, and we just had a really bad breakup. And I think that I have trust problems because of him.
Because of that. Okay.
Yeah.
So 2 years, was that recently? So you recently?
It
Broke up?
was no, it was in high school.
Oh, in high school.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we broke up, I think, going into senior year.
Oh, so that definitely must have been hard,
Yeah.
especially at such a pivotal year.
Yeah.
So dated in high school. Sorry it takes so long to write. I have to try and
okay.
get all your information down. Okay. Very nice. So you went to high school. Were you working throughout high school?
Yeah. I had a couple of different part-time jobs.
Okay.
I worked at a sandwich shop, which I actually still work at. And then I also worked at a movie theater.
Okay. And is that your job back home?
Mm-hmm.
And where exactly is that?
Where's
like
my
where? Yeah. Where do you live?
Swampscott, Massachusetts.
Oh.
It's only like 30 minutes from here.
Oh, okay. And do you live there now? Like, do you live at home now, or do you live closer to Emmanuel, or on Emmanuel's campus?
I have an apartment in Brookline.
Okay.
So I live there with 3 other people.
Okay. And do you enjoy living with the 3 people? Are they?
Yeah, I do.
They're good.
They're also on my soccer team, actually.
Oh, okay. So 3 roommates, soccer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's go into mental health history.
Okay.
And talk about, any problems you've had that you have now, if you've been diagnosed. So do you have any mental health problems, or have you?
I have been told in the past that I had depression, and then I saw a different counselor here at Emmanuel who also said that I'm probably depressed.
Okay. And would you say that, the depression started from, the problems back home with your brother and, just dealing with all of that?
Yeah, I'd say that's definitely where it stemmed from. I don't think it happened immediately, but from everything, how it affected my family, I think that.
So everything put together just caused you to really shut down and, change.
Mm-hmm. And even I was still trying to get over my boyfriend, who I was in love with, and he just sucks.
Yeah, that definitely.
So all that together just
very hard. Okay, so you were diagnosed with depression,
yes.
And they tell you now that you still are depressed. Are you taking any medication?
I took amitriptyline in the past, but I'm not taking anything right now for it. I didn't really like how it made me feel. I kind of felt like groggy, and so I decided I didn't want to take it anymore.
Did your therapist here tell you that you should stop taking it
I stopped like before.
before you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I wasn't on the medication when I came to
Came
Emmanuel.
here. Okay. Did you get any help? Did they tell you what you should be taking, or advise you that this might help you, like something else, some different form of medication?
Well, they just advised that I should be on some type of antidepressant.
Okay.
But I just felt like I didn't need it.
Okay. And have you ever been hospitalized for this?
No.
No. Okay. So have you had any other medical, like anything physically wrong with you, or like you were severely ill, anything like that in the past or currently?
I had mono like 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that in high school or was
Yeah.
that?
Yep.
How do you treat mono? Like,
Sorry.
did you have any treatment for it,
Um,
or was it just trying to rest and sleep and not really doing too much activity?
I was on like a medication for it.
Okay.
And I wasn't supposed to like be doing any activity.
Okay.
But I was still like playing soccer, and my mom was always mad at me because I was like risking my health.
While
But,
you had mono.
yeah, I thought it was worth it.
Okay. Okay, so I just want to ask you if you've had any past or current substance use.
I'm obviously under 21, but I drink
Mm-hmm.
kind of a lot on the weekends. I think sometimes I use alcohol to mask how I'm feeling. I'm not really into the drugs because of my brother. I'm pretty against
Definitely.
it. But I do, or this summer, I smoked cigarettes a lot. I've stopped since I came to school, though.
So, talking about alcohol, you really think that, that's a way to escape from, the
Yeah.
problems you're dealing with?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I abuse it too much, but
Mhm.
when I drink, I feel like I am getting belligerent.
Has anyone ever told you that you should probably cut back on drinking?
Yeah, my sister.
Yeah.
But I also, my sister is one of my roommates.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm with her all the time.
Yeah,
So yeah, she's definitely.
and she definitely knows what you're going through and stuff, so. Okay, so now I just want to ask you if you've had any trauma or loss within your life currently, or anything that happened, a while ago.
Yeah. I don't think there's really been anything major other than my brother.
Have you ever had physical abuse?
No.
No physical? Okay,
No.
what about any sexual or emotional abuse?
No. I've always felt pretty safe.
Have you ever had any suicidal or homicidal thoughts or behaviors?
I feel like I've thought of the option of killing myself, but it's never gotten to the extent where I would actually carry through with it. I feel like it was just a thought that like crossed my mind.
Definitely. So you've had the thoughts, and it must be scary to have those type of thoughts.
Yeah. it doesn't happen that often, and I feel like it was more when I was depressed in the past, like right when my brother was like developing his disease.
Do you know how many times you've ever really thought of it? I know you said
Less
it
than
was
10.
less than 10.
Yeah.
But it never escalated to the point where you truly.
No.
Have you ever, been involved in any legal problems? Ever been in trouble with the law? It can be huge or something small.
No.
Nope. Okay, is there anything else that you would want to talk about? Anything involving your brother or just anything you would like to get off your chest?
I don't know. Just I think I need to talk about my brother a lot. I felt like he invalidated our entire summer and like spending time with him because he was using the entire time. And I just don't know how to go about that whole situation.
Definitely.
Because I liked our relationship, but it's just, I don't know how to get past that feeling of invalidation.
Yeah. And you must feel like betrayed because, you thought one thing and he was going against it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's not even living in Massachusetts anymore. He's actually in a rehab center in Maine right now.
Okay.
So I don't have a whole lot of access, but we do talk a little bit on the phone. But I don't think it's anything like it was this summer.
So your relationship has definitely changed.
Yeah.
Because of all of this. Okay, so I just wanted to ask you what you really want to get out of this therapy.
I think, well, one, I hate the way I feel all the time. And I know that I can get past that because I have before. But, so basically just feeling depressed less often. And then also trying to figure out how to go about the situation with my brother because thinking about the fact that I could potentially lose him at any time to the drugs is, I don't want him to pass and me have never fixed that relationship.
Definitely. Okay. Well, thank you very much. If there's nothing else, we will get back to you within the week and I will tell you what we think is best for you.
Okay. Thank you very
so
much.
much.